Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It is Nifred, and with me today is Mr. Wonder in person to cast the great games today. We have Zuno Daywalker against TaToH in the Deathmatch World Cup round of 16. Are you excited, Wonder?
I'm very excited.
Okay, that's great. That's great for sure. So TaToH did perform extremely well in the last random map tournaments, especially Master of Mega Random. Do you think, like, with the fresh air he has on his back now, do you think he can transition into great performances into the deathmatch world as well?
Well, probably not.
Probably not. Okay.
Well, it doesn't really matter how he plays Mega Random, to be honestly.
Okay, yeah, it is different things, but he's playing a lot lately, and he's playing like very high level as well. So, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he could take some games. On the other hand, obviously, Daywalker, one of the top deathmatch players for years now. Some consider him for sure being like top 5, top 6-ish. Obviously, he was seated in top 8, so it will be tough for TaToH for sure.
Because he's definitely underdog, TaToH.
Say again?
TaToH is definitely underdog.
Yeah, he is the underdog for sure. But TaToH, remember, he was one of the 3 winners of the last big deathmatch tournament, the Uprising. He was drafted by Alclan True, Kellen.
The team game tourney.
And the team game tournament,
Yeah.
exactly. And he was a 3rd player and did perform pretty well in the 1v1 games as well.
Okay.
So everything is possible for sure here.
But didn't TaToH play in those games the weird maps?
The weird maps, yeah, for sure. But we have weird maps open for us. We have the map pack, we have graveyards, we have double Arabia, we have home maps, and we have green Arabia coming up for us today. If you want to put your headphone on, it might be better for the games then. So now the spec delay is down to 40 seconds. We will jump into game number 1 pretty damn shortly. Let's go into game number 1. Deathmatch World Cup round of 16. Winner goes into the gold bracket, loser goes down into the silver brackets. So much on the line. Let's see how both players are starting here. So we start with 4 racks and a lot of houses for Daywalker. The build up for TaToH is with 6 racks and one of them pretty far away, so the production might be a bit better here for Daywalker starting on, but later on TaToH might be able to catch up. Let's see how they will play. So you saw some games of Goth War Deathmatch. What do you think? What unit combinations we will see? What is the strongest?
Probably champions and skirmishers.
Skirmishers! That's the expert.
I mean scorpions.
Okay, Scorpions. Scorpions exactly doing a lot of splash damage against some champions. As we can see, it's building some Huskarls to raid and now adding on some champions. The raid is coming in. We will have to take a close look at this villager count down here to see how many villagers both players are trying to getting to kill. Even some expanding of TaToH at the side. One very vulnerable villager, but she might get through, so good for her. Let's see some expanding. Something you rarely see. Walled villagers here in Goth War, but he's securing this hill and with nice 2 castles trying to get this area around here. And for now, pop count is pretty much in favor for Daywalker here.
How much does it cost for him to send that 1 villager straight away? Since you have only 8 villagers and you send 1 away across the map, don't you lose quite a bit?
Yeah, it slows down your eco build up for sure, but the thing you're hoping for is to get some Huskarls out here and try to deny some food and come on the side. So it is a bad thing for exactly now, but in the long run it's better. But the most important thing is if he even survives, because it's 54 military against 117, and there's a lot on the line here directly on the right hand side, and TaToH is struggling a bit. Very late siege workshop. As you can see, our 3 siege workshops out for Daywalker, and already some Scorpions coming in, and only now the production started here for TaToH. He's a bit in the back foot, and the population not too great for him.
Yes, his start seems so much slower than compared to the real deathmatcher.
Yeah, that might be true. A lot of house on the right hand side. So most of the eco will be on the left hand side for Daywalker, and TaToH not really sure where he will expand. Have 3 nice castles here, but you want to have your castles protecting your food eco as well. Let's see 2 monasteries over here. Already going for early relics. Probably not the most important thing in a Goth War, because spamming and map control is just so much more important at the start here. Left hand side, nice ratings from Daywalker coming in. And a lot of champions now, obviously they aren't too great against scorpions and castles, so that's very cost inefficient. Let's see, pop counter TaToH is absolutely at it and is controlling some of the area, but as we already said, adding more Rex, he even has more like outside sneaky Rex than actual Rex at home pretty soon. If you just want to add one more, that's not too important. Nice castle over here should protect a lot of the food eco.
He's not making houses.
Yeah, he's only 150 out of 160. Let's switch into the view of Daywalker. He's so much lower in gold compared, and 164 out of 210, so he can build whatever he wants, and he has a nice flock of scorpions here, so it will be extremely tough to break Daywalker pretty soon. He's trying to control this area now, and it feels a bit like we go into a bit of a longer game, if you can tell. 10-minute plus game long for deathmatch.
Yeah, but looks like Red has something a goal on the map. Like a Daywalker. He controls all the goals pretty much.
Yeah, the right hand side, 2 extra gold spots indeed, and the relics are 2 over here, and TaToH absolutely needs to fight this area, so that will be tough. To get a lot of gold income, and even one of the 3 starting gold spots only now being recovered for him. Let's see, food eco is slowly starting, and some food eco, and if you want to see bad food eco, actually you could always see a Duno Daywalker, but this time it looks quite reasonable for now. Maybe we can see some very famous Den huge farms here. We have seen 3rd row farms, 4th row farms, and even 5th row farms from him, so might be in for that. But for now, the game is a bit stabilizing, so he has some time for some reasonable farming. Good onager shots against the Scorpion here. Nice use of the hill bonus. Some traps raining down, even 3 traps raining down. That's a lot of traps for Goth War for sure. Seeing 8 traps here, that's something you rarely see in late game Goth War.
Is it really reasonable in the God Sword to just buy build market and sell a little bit of raw food?
Food, you can't sell food at all because you're so wood. Yeah, wood is absolutely an option, and most of the time you see like your 15th villager going for market and sell like 3 or 4k wood, maybe a bit less, I'd say, like 2.5k wood, and then you have some nice gold income for sure. Let's see, 1 relic collected over here. TaToH will have 2 relics, maybe 3 soon, and might have an advantage there, but again, the pop is so much better for Daywalker here.
Because, what is TaToH's gold situation?
TaToH's gold situation is 2.2k, so that's nice for him for now, because he is building way less heavy scorpions and onagers, so yeah, that should be pretty good when to long run. And so many traps, as I already said.
That's like 10 traps, it's like 2000 gold there.
Yeah, it's so much, and only like more traps. He has 12 traps and 4 bombard cannons. It seems like he wanted to end the game pretty quickly, but not with TaToH. He is standing strong, and he has only pop 134. But yeah, the villager count is pretty reasonable as well. The farming will start. He already has some relics, and he's holding the hill in the middle.
But Daywalker doesn't have any army with his traps. He has so much traps, but he can't push because he has no army to push with.
He has a lot of military, but on weird sides. Let's just quickly jump into his view of military. Let's see, like some units all over the map, and not exactly where you want to have them for sure. Even building more traps. Oh, that's such a gold investment. Very untypical play by him.
Maybe he by mistake shift queued up the traps or something.
Yeah, might be it. Well, he just wanted to take the hill, and he did take every castle here, but not really sure that was worth it. And still so much more gold to mine for TaToH, so he is fine. We'll kill those 2 traps, and maybe this castle should be gone up pretty soon. Building another castle, and if TaToH is able to hold this hill here, and there's not much force to challenge this hill, it's looking pretty well for TaToH here. So many traps, obviously instantly killing a castle whenever they get in rain on, even killing some bombard cannons. So repairing against 8 traps, they're not really an option. Oh, a misclick on the relic there. So that will not be his for now. Oh, and that's his other gold spot. So yeah, TaToH should be pretty low in wood and gold count, as he already said.
But he lost
maybe
that gold as well now.
yeah, that gold, and the extra gold spot, but he can fight that now, so that's good for him. Let's switch into his gold count, 400, and he's popped out against 150 of Daywalker. This is looking better than everyone thought. TaToH's playing strong here. Now reclaiming his gold spot. Reclaiming this area, killing a lot of villagers over here. Still trying to go to get this one, sending another monk. So he really wants to get those 3. Let's see, Onager shots could be huge against this, but sending them back, obviously not the greatest choice there.
How many relics does the red have?
Yeah, the red should have 2. We can switch into his view. He has 1 in each monastery, so 2 for now. And now he's trying to push the main hill. We'll take some losses here, but just no real army from TaToH here, and is now ahead in the points and the military count as well, so he can reclaim the hill pretty easily. So much damage against against the champions here taken by the Scorpions and some Onagers. So now Daywalker is going back again. I'm a bit surprised that you don't see more offensive wrecks everywhere by Daywalker.
So look at the villager amount of red.
Village amount of red is pretty low. Let's see, he only had 32 farmers compared to the 46 farmers of TaToH. So a lot of things going pretty well for him here.
Look at Daywalker, he has only gold. He has no food, no wood.
Oh yeah, let's see, wood count. We didn't even see the wood count, but a lot of wood.
He doesn't have wood choppers.
Yeah, he has like 4 or something. I saw those. Yeah, now 5. Jeez, and he's getting more on gold. This is looking extremely good for TaToH. He might take the 1-0 here. And that's pretty great, because then you can take your home map, can always put the pressure on your enemy, and yeah, in the best of 5 leading 1-0 is huge. Nice ground attack over here, doing so much damage, and look at those HP, those were fresh Huskarls, and so many HP already lost, and even some Huskarls died there. Great ground attack there by TaToH, and such in-cost efficient fights by Daywalker. I'm a bit surprised by his performance.
Why he's still making husks is a good move? Make still husks. Quite a few husks.
Yeah, obviously husks are good against Scorpions. They're faster, they can close the distance so much better, they're better to raid when there's castles are close by, but for actual fighting, they aren't the greatest choice. There you want to go for your champion Scorpion combination for sure. Now he's taking this gold spot. This gold spot should be TaToH's as well. He's taking all the map. It's looking pretty damn good here for TaToH to take the first map.
It feels like Red kind of wanted to push, but he didn't really push. He had no. He got so much siege, but he had nothing to push with. No real army behind it.
Yeah, so true. So kill statistics is in favor of TaToH, obviously. Taking better fights, always taking fighting from the hill, and nice ground attacks before did help out as well. Now small tiny bit taking a better fight now for Daywalker, but that's not too huge for now. Trying to control the sides. Bomber cannons are so damn costly, most costly unit in the game. A lot of people tend to forget that, but oh, now we can see the Huskar rating. But Huskar rating, if the eco is already set up and Daywalker has 180 units, is sometimes even considered to be a waste, because he can easily replenish villagers, and it's tough to replenish like real gold units in the long game. But for now they're doing great damage, even putting some pressure on the monasteries, keeping down the food eco. He needs to send more army there, so that's good for him. Some more nice bombard cannon micro, and normally that should be a phase where random mappers should shine now, right?
Yeah, like TaToH's definitely now in like if he wants the game, that's where he wanted to arrive in the game wise, to survive the first.
Oh god, look at this great micro, 2 for none, and maybe even more. Let's see. Yeah, he absolutely is used to micro some small units, and now both players totally focusing on this one. Let's see, some champions being sent in, and now both players kind of agreed to fall back a bit, securing more gold spots. So TaToH now should have 3 relics. Let's take a look. He has 3 relics, and he has 5 gold spots against 3 gold spots. So, and I think he got the market with wood as well. So this should be pretty good for the long run for TaToH here.
Yeah. Can you check what is the market price?
The market prices are 26 to sell wood and 43 to sell wood. So TaToH should even sell some more wood as well.
Like a TaToH has a good economy.
Yeah. Some other villages, but not too important. Let's see, bombard cannons, more bombard cannons going down. Look at this. It looks a bit like Japanese player here. And even getting some fire down on all those champions. Where is the army of Daywalker? He's having some on the right hand side and some push on the left hand side, but easily being deflected pretty soon. And in the middle, the full push is for TaToH. And now he could go for the traps there. That's the right click on the traps. Let's count. Already 1 trap down, 2 traps down, and it feels like 4 traps should go down, but a lot of champions died in exchange, so not really sure if that was the greatest approach ever. A lot of castles obviously helping out, and some champions were around there, so I think it's only 2 traps went down, so that went way better for Daywalker than I would have expected. But he'll lose another trap there as well, and it's reclaiming the right hand side, so even game here. Let's take a look. Gold counts, we still have a lot to mine for TaToH here. And let's see if Daywalker is getting... Is he getting any gold? I think Daywalker is completely out of gold now.
He can only... Oh, he had lots of gold though in the bank.
Okay, let's see how the micro is against so many more traps going down. Even now the splash damage. Oh god, oh god, oh god, that's so much gold wasted. And there's just not enough army to actually kill the bombard cannons. That's just like pure killing here. The castle is going down, and now that's just the complete waste now. And still so many bombard cannons still left, so many traps left. He lost the hill. And let's take a look. Okay, 3.3k gold still left for Daywalker, so...
He still popped.
Yeah, and he still popped, so that's still quite reasonable. Let's see, yeah, the food and wood is now totally down, so... yeah, that's just fine for now, but... TaToH is the one who's looking for the long game now. And every minute passes by is a minute for TaToH.
Would it be ever reasonable to make hand cannons?
Hand cannons are actually... some players did add them. They're not as good as scorpions. But I think in those scenarios, like adding 5 hand cannons is absolutely an option, yeah. But people, they need just so much more micro. Goth War is so much spamming at all sides. As you can see, we're fighting on the left hand side, we're fighting in the middle, and we're fighting at the right hand side. So microing like 5 hand cannons individually is just not the clicks you have in a long Goth War game. It's not like a random map arena where you can micro like 30 hand cannoneers and do proper engagements. That's like so much tougher when it comes to deathmatch. And those are a lot of champions on the right hand side. And TaToH has like little to no defense over here. So 50 champions coming in, and a lot of villagers will die here for sure.
Yeah, he can take out like 3 TCs and 30 wills before TaToH can do anything about it.
Let's see how TaToH's food count, only 1k, and now he's sending all the champions back. So yeah, TaToH is sending all the villagers, so not a lot of villagers will die. I think I only see 2 dead bodies here. So he will now focus the towns, and I'm not really sure if I like that shot. I think splitting off the champions would have been so much better, because now he's losing the champions. Now the reinforcements of TaToH are there, some villagers will go down for sure. Second?
He should just run.
Yeah, I think he shouldn't take this fight. That's not a good fight for him for sure.
No, he deployed them slow.
Okay, so army count it is 120 for TaToH, so villager count did dwindle a bit, but he's still maxed out, so if he just queues some villagers, which he actually is, let's see other town centers, no, only 1 town center is queued, so, and we need to take a look at castle count. It's only 3 for Daywalker, and you need to have castles to have a solid build up against raids, because if you lose those castles, as you can see on the right hand side, you're so vulnerable against raidings.
He's gonna lose that one.
Yeah, for sure. 2 traps, 3 bombard cannons, not much he can do against that. And then it's so open to kill so much. Look at those farms. Oh god,
It's beautiful.
that's the ones I did announce before, and now only adding the farm. Oh god. So this castle heavily, or not really heavily prepared by 5 villagers, but trying to keep it up, but no chance there. 2 trap, 3 bombard cannons, and yeah, now it's so tough for Daywalker.
It seems like TaToH now has an advantage and he can just switch from whichever side he wants to attack, and Daywalker is forced the one who is like acting.
Exactly. That's something you never want to do. He only has 1 castle, 2 castles left for protection, so his eco is so vulnerable at all the sides. The relics are kind of exposed as well. Oh, and now Hussars even being added. That's something you rarely see. Most of the time it's better to actually sell wood and food and add some champions.
That's what RM players do. They just make...
They may just make Hussars.
Yeah. Watch out, the TaToH will be start adding skirmishers as well.
Yeah, that's not really a good option there. Oh, nice shot against the bombard cannon. Do we see more? No, not more micro. He's trying to go back, try to take better fights. Kill statistics now pretty much evened out. Close to 1k. And let's see some more stone spot on the left hand side, so something absolutely worth raiding for. And I have the feeling that we might go into the long trash war even. TaToH was 2k gold, Daywalker was 600 gold left, so they will run out of gold pretty soon. This one is
I think there's
empty.
only 1 gold left.
Oh, and this has, close to 1.6k gold, so still 80 champions in there, or even more with Goss. So, yeah, that's absolutely something you need to fight for if you're Daywalker and if you're TaToH. And Daywalker realizes exactly that and is sending a lot of champions here. And on the left hand side, how many military, it was 100 military, 100 champions on the map for both players. That's a lot of army there.
He's taking so much fights like this when he loses quite a bit. I understand it's hard to control everywhere, but
Yeah,
it tends like, it feels like he quite often just leaves his army, and then he loses like 10 champs enough, and then he retrieves, and then now he's taking bad fight.
yeah, that's mainly because TaToH has so many castles everywhere, so it's tough to take good fight. TaToH has nice map awareness, and now we can see the ratings I wanted to see for such a long time. Or actually only after he killed this castle, so this is so tough to protect. And remember to finish my thought from before, we're still playing fast speed, so that's so much tougher as well.
Well, yeah. But now look at the Daywalker's villager amount, it's 70.
Oof, yeah, and
In
70.
God War. Like, because you're out of gold, you need like 140 wheels to sell stuff, buy champs yourself, right?
Yeah, 140 is a lot, but if you're fighting a lot, 140 is absolutely an option here. Now even Huskarls being added to the left-hand side, and you can see the waypoints where they're anti did send them further even. So, and now a big fight in the middle. It's 50, no, it's 110 against 80 overall army, but not the greatest positioning there by TaToH. The patrol not doing too much, and yeah, that was a good fight for TaToH. I tried to find the rest of the army. Let's see. The most of the army is actually back at home because, yeah, he needs to protect his eco. Look at this, so many unused armies all in his base. Now even adding halberdiers. That's something you never want to happen. And at the same time, TaToH is clearing it up, and Taylor is even saying GG. I think that's a bit too early, but indeed it's not looking good for Daywalker here. If you would be in Daywalker's shoes now, what would you try to do to stay in this game?
Take a better, like, only way you can win it is take a better fights. Because he's taking bad fights all game. You need to take a better fights to win the game, pretty much. Because he can't really raid. He needs to fight the army against army fights. He just, but it's hard to do it if you don't have castles to retrieve to. Like now he has less, and now he's like running the TCs.
Exactly, and TC fire something very good in random map, but in deathmatch it's not that good. And so many champions now in one place, so nice army control by TaToH there. Only some champions being left over here, the rest of them are fighting or trying to get to the battle, so that's a very good fight here for Daywalker. Not for Daywalker, for TaToH I mean. And now a lot of villagers idle. Let's see, he only has 70 villagers, 90 villagers and 30 of them idle, so only 60 villagers actually working at this time, but only 90 villagers for TaToH as well. Military is 100 against 50. That's the big numbers I want to point out. And GG, well played for Daywalker. TaToH says GG, thank you. And TaToH is taking the first map. One of the fastest silver map combinations. Green Arabia Goth. Something very few people would have expected.
Yeah, well, I don't know much about that much people ratings, but yeah, I would probably yes.
Oh god. So, achievements, military, obviously the thing you pointed out. Well, not really. Daywalker had the better killed and...
I think he might have all killed maybe more wheels but lost more gold units. Or maybe the thing is he made like 20 trebs.
Yeah.
When you lose 10 trebs, it's like 100 gems. Almost.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
Yes.
that's true. Food count so much better for TaToH. Gold count a bit better as well. Wood count not too important. Gold count pretty similar as well. Villager count pretty similar as well. So that was a very nice first game over here. Let the viewers show your beautiful face again. Wander with me here in Germany, traveling around the world. So some weird guy was messaging me. Oh, nearly how much you get paid for promoting Woobly? $0, my friend. No one is getting paid at Woobly.
Oh, that's what they said to you?
That's what they said to me. Sorry. Yeah. So, yeah. So I will update the scoreboard if I find my file and scores, and it is 1-0 for TaToH. So now we go into map number 2, which is the Civ Hunts. And you have the free choice of all the maps. And the maps are, I try to name all of them. Double Arabia, Baltic, Green Arabia, Team Islands, Prairie, and Gold Rush. I think we have 6 maps.
Isn't like the standard pick for him as a Danish player just to pick Arabia?
Green Arabia would be it, yeah. Maybe if he thinks like, okay, I'm so much faster than him, I will just not try to play a map control game, but only push game, which would be Gold Rush.
Yeah.
And that would be like a reasonable option for him as well.
Because if we think about how much faster he was in God's War, like population-wise, and if you want to just gain the middle, then if you have a way more population than your enemy at the start, you can just gain the middle, right?
Yeah, exactly. So we are jumping directly into game number 2. It's 1-0 for TaToH, the home map of Zuno Daywalker now, and we see GA Hunts, probably the most played map and Civ when it comes to deathmatch for sure. So he has endless, and I want to say endless amount of practice on those settings, and TaToH is a huge underdog in those settings. Let's see how he will start. He is starting with 4 stables, 7 archeries, and 6 racks against TaToH's 5 stables and market? What?
It's not a standard strategy, I guess.
That's not a standard strategy, I guess. No, it is not, mate. Like, you have so many options. Like, he's going full market stables.
He didn't sell it.
He did sell a lot.
Okay,
yeah, yeah, look at those. He has 5 stables already queued up with paladins and still 8k. So he did sell like 3k or something. So now he's going 5 stables, 4 racks, 6 archery ranges. So his villager count will be so low because he went for the early market. He was so slow getting his production facilities up, and now we can see already he's down 3 villagers and not raiding at all. So the whole map control will go for Daywalker here, and TaToH will try to mass one big gold army, and then will try to push in this face of Daywalker, and he's trying to prevent exactly that. We'll build some nice defensive castle all over the map, and yeah, just drag it down to longer game. Try to raid the army, the eco of TaToH, because he lost a lot of wood and food there. Popped at minute 4 are 80 and 100, so that's reasonable for early market and for one without market. So Blow's player is pretty much on point. The first fight should go for TaToH whenever he decides to take some.
But it's pretty much all in strategy. Once you fail your first push, you're kind of fucked.
Well, you need to get on gold, and sometimes if you can prevent your enemy from getting map control, like controlling the area with some paladins, you can go into the longer game for sure. But he doesn't have any halberdiers, so and taking early fights, so cost efficiency wise it's so much better for Daywalker here. And as you can see, villager count already doubling for Daywalker. He already has some TCs up, is getting the relics up, is already expanding in every direction. And TaToH is still pretty much at home, having popped 90 against 130. A nice positioning here for Daywalker. He is trying to crawl back in the small area here. Now that's a bad fight for him. And he's going back.
Looks like that hill is gonna be, this one is gonna be important. Right in front of TaToH's main goal.
Yeah, it is, but Daywalker still has so much army left, so the moment TaToH decides to push, he can easily get this hill. Because there is so few army of Daywalker. I'm surprised how slow he was with sending it, and if TaToH now pushes, he should get the hill. He's doing a weird patrol here.
Is he playing too passive?
I think he could take the hill at this time. He has no rams as well. Maybe that's why he's staying a bit back. And now Daywalker has a hill, and this castle should be pretty nice for every upcoming fight. But nice trap, nice and early trap. One relic guaranteed, or the other relics most likely will go for Daywalker. And it's only, the clock is ticking down for one huge push. And now it's TaToH's time. He has popped 200, 155 strong gold army, lots of paladins. Let's take a look. 56 paladins, 63 cav archers, a lot of halberdiers, and a handful of rams as well. So now he wants to take the fight. And so much army is still in the back for Daywalker. And TaToH doesn't see, like, okay, that's only a small army, maybe I should start to push. But still, he has all this army there. I'm surprised what fights he's actually taking. Trying to expand on the sides here and kill this castle. And Daywalker's...
He just gave up that kill.
Yeah, he's giving this hill up. So, now we're in the phase. It should be 1 against 4 relics. Even the second market for TaToH, so selling afterwards. And now it's TaToH's time. If he can do one big push now into the 2 gold spots, he can take the win. But if Daywalker can hold here, he has the advantage and can drag it into a longer game with a nice advantage, having more wood and food. TaToH only down to 5k, 3k, that sounds a lot, but it's not that much if you want to go into heavy production. Now he is the one taking the hill nicely, and all his cav archers in the back, nice positioning of the paladins, should get some more rams, has like 8 rams there, a lot of halberdiers being blocked, not all the paladins are fighting.
The paladins are kind of bugged out.
Yeah, that's so true, I think he clicked them back, not really patrolling there. And I think ram count should be pretty important. Let's see, only 3 rams left, so soon it will be like 6 rams for Daywalker against none of TaToH. And he only has 2 siege workshops. And look at this virgin main gold spot. He absolutely needs to send more units on this main gold spot, more villagers there on this main gold spot. And I'm not really sure what to expect out of this game now. I think TaToH is falling behind. He needs to build some halberdiers now. Actually, the better thing would be to have like 20 villagers already working on your main gold spot, and then get some more paladins out instead of some halberdiers, because now so many rams, and I think Daywalker's push now should be pretty strong. TaToH only has cav archers left, and cav archers alone are so weak when a lot of rams are out there for Daywalker here.
TaToH seems like he lost his chance, kinda. He gave up map control, now he's losing the main kill.
Yeah. It's a convincing play by Daywalker for now. TaToH trying to do everything to stand there, but look at this unprotected farms in the middle. So, yeah, tough to get your ego running, obviously. You see so much he needs to take care in the fight there. Still lacking items, I think. Now he added a siege, third siege workshop, but that's not enough compared to the 2... What? Okay, to the only 2, but seems like more consistent production there of Daywalker. Now this castle will go down on the middle of TaToH's hill, and then Daywalker will take this hill, pop 200 against pop 120. It's looking pretty slim for TaToH here.
Yeah, and he TaToH is out of resources. Like he has only wood left.
Yeah. GG by TaToH. A quick game 1, game 2, the home map of Daywalker. Let's see achievements. The gold count should be pretty interesting. Kill count better for Daywalker, which shouldn't happen for TaToH. They're having the market and therefore having stronger units. And yeah, even then having a worse kill statistic is not nice. More gold for Daywalker, although TaToH had like 3 or 3.5k out of the market, so that's interesting for sure.
And even so, he didn't need
yeah, the wood and food wasn't really necessary because he still had so much more left. Exactly, 4-1 relics. Pretty convincing game number 2 here.
I'm just surprised just making market like straight away. Can't you do it after 1 minute mark when you have military buildings? Because if enemy is not going for market, it's not like you're racing who first sells the market, is it?
It is. Sometimes it is. Like some people start with like 1 villager on a market, and the other one is starting with 2 villagers on the market, and then the guy with 2 villagers on the market had a huge advantage over the guy with 1.
So you, but if TaToH know he plays against
this guy,
yeah. Should be he would be should he be expecting that he will try to kill market as well? Like sell it first, because
the meta. So Daywalker is extremely good, and he can play with market or without market. So I have seen him do everything and win with everything as well. So oh, that's pretty fast. We're already jumping into game number 2 here, guys. No time to breathe at all, and yeah, let's see. The home map of TaToH is Spanish War Gold Rush. That's extremely interesting. The distance obviously is pretty short on this. Very little wood as well, and a lot of gold in the middle. This is not the typical Gold Rush, especially for this tournament, Deathmatch World Cup. Oh, and as you can see, TaToH again with an early market. Let's take a look. 10k gold for Daywalker, and what? I forgot to make houses. Oh, it was no.
Can you restart?
You can restart within the first 2 minutes. So TaToH is restarting this map because he forgot houses. I'd say not too convincingly there. So Gold Rush was Spanish. That's extremely interesting. What would be your like unit combination you would expect?
You can't make BBTs, right?
You're not allowed to build BBTs in deathmatch tournaments.
Well, probably like it's 3 units you can make: paladins, halberdiers, and conks.
Exactly.
Plus the trebuchet, probably.
Yeah, and some rams. And we did see a game from Interdimension, one of the probably top 3 deathmatch players at this time. He even did add some hand cannons before the conquistadors.
Yeah, because it takes so much time to make castle.
Exactly that, and they're early very effective against the small amounts of halberdiers as well, and they don't perform too poorly against paladins if they aren't getting attacked.
Yeah, but I don't know. It seems it's such a like in a map like Gold Rush, it's kind of slow unit, isn't it?
Hand cannons, yeah, but the distance is so short, and you don't raid. You only have I could just point my screen at 1 gold in the middle. And could cast the whole game without ever moving my mouse.
Because they will just fight for that spot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly that. So we are jumping in the second try of game number 3. Already 1 restart down for TaToH. And we start with 2 stables for Daywalker. And look at this short distance. The hustles are there so early. And let's see, TaToH start is 4 stables and a market, and that's a delayed market you want to see from him. So nice stream cheating over here. 4 stables and 4 racks for Daywalker here. What do you think? Late market and a lot of paladins. Is he able to do it a bit better this time?
I have no idea.
Yeah, I have no idea, but we'll see it pretty soon. Let's see how much gold he's actually selling. It's getting up to 11k queued up, only at 2 stables. Oh, that's not good. Oh, he is missing 2 stables, so the production will be so much better for Daywalker here. And look at this, 12 out of 35, so he has too many villagers on houses for now, and too few on production facilities. And still not producing out of one of the stables. Only one. So now you can see 28 pop against 16 already, which account 8-8. So that will be so much better for Daywalker. He already has up 4 stables, 6 racks, and is building the castle against what? Like 8 stables for TaToH. So this will be a strong army at the start, but might be pretty cost inefficient. 42 against 16 military for now. I think Daywalker will have a huge advantage taking this hill already with 4 villagers, and the hill bonus on Gold Rush is so important here.
Looks like every game TaToH has so much worse start than
Yeah, but it really is a random map player against probably one of the absolute fastest players on this planet, so it's tough to look good. It's tough to look good against TaToH here.
Well, looks like he already lost the control of the middle.
Yeah, but that's not his goal. His goal wasn't taking the middle early on. His goal is to, again, max out an extremely strong army here, and then go for one big push. 15 rams, 80 paladins, 40 conquistadors, and then in his face and try to take the hill and then control the gold. But yeah, it is tough. You only have very limited gold, obviously, on your own. And now TaToH was out of gold as well. I think he did queue a bit too much. Queuing 15 is not necessary. Queuing 10 would have been a bit better, because now he can't produce out of some siege workshops, as you can see. Military count is 110 against 70, so it will be tough for TaToH. He's now taking a reasonably good fight there. Not cost efficient wise, but yeah, military count wise, I'd say. But that's not all that counts. Now it's 90 against 55 there, and so many paladins going down. I'm not really sure if that was the best strategy for TaToH here. Still, now the first TCs go for Daywalker. So much action, obviously, we can see. Now the Rams are coming in. The Golden Come is starting here. Second TC, third TC coming up pretty soon. And now we can see the Rams killing the first castle. Let's see, the gold count of Daywalker is pretty much down as well, so he is producing Halberdiers only now, and Halberdiers only against a nice amount of conquistadors, something you don't want to go for, obviously. And let's see now, if the Rams are able to kill the traps, the castle would live, and then he would have a nice position here, but not enough Rams, and those 2 traps will get down this castle. And then TaToH has to fall back a bit. Now he has a nice amount of conquistadors. So who has the advantage here if you look at the population?
Red. Like, Red has about the same amount of army, I would say. Like, he has way more, like, the army which matters is the same amount, plus he has all the middle gold. Like, TaToH is only 50, but his army 50. And even with all the taking market, he's still, the Red has more, like, gold units, almost. Yeah,
that's true, because Daywalker did take some good fights there with all his halberdiers there, so most of the costly gold units of TaToH just vanished down there, and as you can see, he has to micro his paladins so much there. I think some halberdiers would have helped out for TaToH as well. You still can build a lot of paladins, but you can just take better fights there. Now trying to snipe down some of the onagers, but okay, good job there.
TaToH has no army.
TaToH has no army. He has 21 army against the 53, and now, as you can see, more paladins even coming in from Daywalker. He has access to the gold, and TaToH has none. Maybe the distance was a bit better for Daywalker here, especially to that hill, but I think it would not have mattered in this game here. And now more castles will go down. TaToH soon to have only 3 castles left here. It looks like they're now doubling the pop Daywalker, that is. A lot of Rams, siege workshops will go down, castles will go down. And I think we might go into game number 4. GG by TaToH. Another quick game for Daywalker, really showing how fast he is and how well he can execute those pretty fast starts. And that's a bit surprising for me, because you did say, like, okay, Daywalker should go for GA. And I said, oh no, he should go for Gold Rush.
Yeah.
And now TaToH is going for Gold Rush?
Yeah, I think it was a bad choice of the map. Like, I don't think this map, even I don't know anything about that much and their players, but Just it doesn't make, for me, it doesn't make much sense for him to pick such a map where in first 10 minutes the game can be decided easily.
Exactly.
Who takes the middle? Because TaToH needs a long game where he can grind out the game, you know.
Yeah. True.
And here he just, because way worse start, he gives up middle, and then he has a hills, the Daywalker, and he's just fighting uphill, literally.
Yeah.
I don't know why. But I think I'm really surprised that he didn't pick like Team Islands.
Team Islands, Baltics, maybe something like Graveyards. Those tend to go longer as well.
Yeah, because Team Islands, it's really hard to die in Team Islands fast, I guess.
No.
You can still die
Yeah,
fast.
we saw like 5 minutes games as well.
Yeah, I guess everybody goes for front docks and then you just
produce in his face. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Those games are pretty action-packed as well. We might see it in...
Yes.
No, we can't see it anymore, no.
What's the map is now?
Map number 4 is Graveyards with Mayans.
Graveyards.
And with the Mayans, it's pretty interesting, the market situation again. Because obviously, Eagles and Plumed Archers are the key units. And they cost mainly gold. So going for an early market can be extremely risky, but also extremely rewarding at the same time.
Because you pretty much don't need food.
Exactly.
You just sell it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you don't start to farm before like minute 30.
Yeah. How the graveyards look like?
Again?
Graveyards.
Graveyards, you don't know the map?
No.
Oh, it's a random map as well. So the beauty of the map is it has no water.
Yeah.
It has high hills as well, big forests, and it has 12 relics.
Okay.
So, and it doesn't have like a second and third gold pile, but it has a lot of 3-tile gold piles all over the map.
Actually,
so
I have seen it.
controlling the map is so important.
Yeah.
And we can see like players going up to 9 relics or something.
Yeah.
And this is huge in Mayans War as well. So the games can go long, but early advantages can just snowball out of control in this match.
Because if you have 9 relics with Mayans, you pretty much are set.
Exactly. Yeah, for life. Yeah, that's kind of it. Exactly. Oh, I didn't update the score. Let me just quickly do that. Score is 1-2 now, and we are jumping into game number 4. It is Deathmatch World Cup round of 16. Wanda just did spill his beer. Good job there. So we can see Daywalker going for 2 racks and a lot of houses against the one house start and 7 racks, 6 racks by TaToH here. The distance is extremely short. Look at this. Oh god, we will see endless amounts of villagers dying here, and that is a very good map for Daywalker, or very bad map for TaToH here. No forest in between them. Both main gold spots pretty here. And it looks a bit like the gold rush. Look at this, a big hill in the middle. A lot of golds in the middle. And now we can see it is 5.5 racks against now 6 racks. 3 castles and a late market for Daywalker. Let's see how many villagers will die. So 2 down from TaToH just now, maybe a 3rd one. I think he will live. Yeah, exactly. So I think a lot of castles and a lot of traps, which isn't like the typical standard game you'd see with Mayans here. But okay, and huge market for Daywalker here. Let's compare it. 6.2k gold for TaToH compared to 8.3k gold for our player in the red trunks here, Zuno Daywalker. So population count, it is pretty close. 2 villagers ahead, 1 villager ahead for Daywalker here. Not a lot of map control for both players, and I think we will see a very how can I end the sentence? Action-packed game. Exactly that. A very action-packed game here. But Daywalker already getting a nice advantage there, getting the hill. And it already is 45 against 32 military count. A lot of plumed archers already added. 3 castles, more castles coming up, more siege workshop coming up as well. And it looks like a small advantage again for Daywalker here.
Looks like Red is taking, Daywalker is taking the hill, main hill, which seems like the most important. Like it's literally between their bases. And if you control it, it's like you can trap down like 3 castles from each player.
Yeah. Yeah, true. So let's see, onagers, something you don't see too often, but now it was kind of okay. I think a lot of eagles going down here for basically only one onager. And let's see, TaToH, he isn't really getting his main gold spot here, so he is going down to the back gold, and as you can see, endless amount of relics over everywhere, and Daywalker now expanding and going for the raid, so better map control for him now. And yeah, TaToH's castles aren't really the one I wanted to see. I wanted to have them more like here, so they can actually contribute more in the fight, and all the control is just so bad, yeah. Now it's 140 against 90 pop, and Daywalker just showing how fast he is done. And now he has a big fight with a nice army, so much more gold. TaToH has 27, Daywalker still 2k left, so the most important fight now. Onagers being added, not the greatest control to all his army, he needed to have everything on the hill there. Let's see, that's a good fight here for TaToH. Onagers now, if they could get huge shots against all the plumed archers, but now he's going back. Oh, that's not a great timing. Oh, good onager shots, maybe one good shot. He needs one or two more of those. Oh god, that's very good. That's extremely good for him. And now the plumed archer count was pretty low, but look at the overall count. It's 140 against 56. I was trying to hype this game, but it's, oh god, it's looking pretty much over. More castles going down. Now it's going down to only 3 castles. Still not his main goal spot. He is expanding to the side. GG, well played. And it's a nice game 1 and 3. Quick games 2, 3, and 4 here. Oh, let's quickly see. There's not much to see from the map. You can see Daywalker just so quick, spamming TCs everywhere, and TaToH just not able to secure this middle area. Gold count should be just the story of the game. 20 against over 5k. So
He only collected 20 resources.
20 goals, 20 increase. Villager count over here pretty convincingly, and yeah, it was a bit sadly a bit more one-sided than I actually wanted to have it, but what can you do? Great play by Daywalker here. He is going into the gold stage guaranteeing himself $250 and obviously the chance to take first prize. There we can see a double elimination bracket. TaToH though going to the silver bracket, still some money on the line. I think $150 for first, and he will get seated pretty nicely, I assume, because he didn't play bad, but Daywalker did play great.
It was just a start. It just like it felt like in the start like TaToH just was so much slower and so much behind in the first 5 minutes of the game. Every game.
Yeah, that's true. That's so true.
And only that gold game he kind of won because Daywalker kind of messed up his push. He made so many traps. He had so much siege, but had no army to push actually.
Yeah, exactly.
And then he let time to TaToH catch up, and when TaToH catch up, it was like almost out of the game. And that he just grinded out him.
So that was it from us. I will update the total score as well. So people who just tuned in and don't want to see any games anymore, yeah, know that the score is 1-3. TaToH, I'm crying a bit inside.
Are you?
Yeah, I like him a lot. He has a lot of potential. Obviously, Daywalker is top deathmatch player for years now, and he is a huge favorite. But I would have loved to see him advance there.
Well, but it's not his setting.
Yeah.
Probably he did. Didn't he beat someone to get here unexpectedly?
He did beat MBL.
Oh well,
3-0.
that doesn't really count.
Well, and he did play a group stage and it did advance.
Yeah.
And I'm not really sure who was in his group stage. Let me quickly check that again. He was in a group with Fire, for example. So he did win Fire, who didn't make it out of the group. He did beat the Light Empire, he did beat Cambridge, he did beat I'm Coming, and did beat Fire with 3-1. I think it was like 3 Hunts games or something.
So he won his group.
He won his group, exactly. Did go against MBL, won 3-0, and now being stopped by one of the top DMers. So kind of makes sense. And I think he has good chances to go far in the silver bracket.
Yeah, because probably he will play mostly against second tier.
Second tier
deathmatchers.
deathmatch players and like top tier randomer players.
Yeah.
And he is like a bit of the combination of both, so has good chances there for sure. But that's only single elimination, so you have to be on point every game from now on.
What are those settings? Are it like a best of 7 as well, or it goes to like best
of 5? And let me take a look at the settings.
Because probably if he goes against other top RM players, he has a good shot. But if he goes against pretty good deathmatch players at the start, he still might die.
I think it's a home map and a home civ for everyone. So that could be very nice for preparation. So you could take something ridiculous like Koreans and Double Arabia and something and train this like for 2 weeks. So silver bracket will be Hunts on GA. Then everyone map and home civ. Then we'll have Mongols on Prairie and Byzantines on map pack.
Prairie? What is
Prairie? That's GA, absolutely flat.
Yeah.
And you start with 2 scouts.
Okay.
So that's the start is pretty important as well, and hill camping is impossible.
But when you pick a home map, you pick a map and a civilization as well.
Yeah, exactly. The silver bracket, yes. Now you only had to pick the map. Civilization was given.
It's just even more strange that TaToH chose Gold Rush and Spanish War, because isn't Spanish War kind of like?
No, Spanish was fixed.
It was fixed.
Yeah, this round it was fixed in civilizations, but Gold Rush was not the greatest choice, I believe.
Yeah, probably Baltic would be the best choice, and maybe go Baltic and try to go for pure land, like send villager over. that doesn't work.
No.
Why not?
Because you can easily wall, you will lose the water.
Yeah, but you mean fake water. You do fake grush, then you send villagers.
You start in late Imperial, you know.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. You fake grush, enemy thinks, he's going full grush. He doesn't care about land.
Okay, yeah, but like you can't send like villager 5 off. You have to send like villager 10.
Which, yeah, of course.
Okay, yeah.
It's not like
he has castles up as well.
It's not like you will have 3 villagers going other way and his scout is running that way. That would be quite ridiculous.
Yeah, you delete your scout anyways at the start.
Do you?
In Tim Islands, yeah.
I'm on Baltic.
Baltic.
Yeah, that's what I want in Baltic.
You want to fake rush on Baltic and inland. Okay, so like one villager is building a house, one is building a dock, and one is going back at his base and building a stable. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's tough, but strategy. I want to see you play on it.
Yeah. Did you see like on Team Islands? It was one of the previous tournaments where
the
it was
Viper against
Liam. Mentalist.
Oh,
yeah, Mentalist.
God War.
Yeah, God War.
Just
landed.
The best game of the tournament.
Yeah, he just landed and made Oscars.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
was like, fuck water.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, exactly like that type.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. The surprise factor is there. But in Goss, it's so much tougher because you can spam so much more easily.
Yeah, like you can make counter barracks, you mean?
Counter barracks is tough. Like if the enemy has already 4 racks up and you don't have any racks up, you're GG.
Yeah.
But in Spanish War, you already have like 2 or 3 castles. And if the then starts to spam like out of 6 stables paladins and you have 3 castles, it's easier to defend.
Yeah, I guess.
And you have stone walls.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's interesting for sure. And we might see some sick tactics coming up. Well, the top players are training a lot. They're putting a lot of thoughts in all those maps. And as you can see, Daywalker looked absolutely prepared. His population, the Huns wall was absolutely on point. His start was great. His Spanish wall was convincingly. The Mayans wall looked good. And Goss wall was like, if he built like 12 traps less, he could have won it at like minute 20 as well.
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah, maybe it was really a misclick. Maybe he wanted to click through a Rex, Q15 champions, and did Q15 traps or something. Not really sure. So I think we can wrap it up here. Thanks everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed this untypical format with Wanda visiting me and both of us casting. So everyone, thanks for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed it. And your last words for you.
Oh, my last words for you. Look, I hate you.
Thanks everyone.
See ya.